Oh my god, these days I have so much energy. I don't know. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, who is in? Who is in here? A very good day. A very good night. Okay, today I'm on time, guys. I know you guys, that's surprising. Hey, one boy is on time. Ooh, how? Why? Oh, Richard. Hey, wonderful one boy. Hey, you, Richard. How are you doing? How is the progress? How is it going? Ooh. How are you doing today? Today is on Friday. I'm cool, still here at work, okay? What's the time? But you guys are almost out of work. You're almost going home. Welcome to the live stream. I think today I'm so early. You know, as a Kenyan, there's a joke that goes around that like, uh, there's no hurry in Africa. Okay, it's 3:05. I'm off at 5. Okay, 2 more hours. Okay, do you usually, you know, do you usually count down the hours like, oh my god, how many more hours to go? I remember when I was when okay, I have worked at 2 places. The other one I was like living. I was living in there, but one of the internships that I ever did, we just used to start counting the hours after lunch, like how many hours to go home. Bas says, hello, waited on purpose. Waited on purpose. Oh, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Oh, you are waiting for me to start the live stream. Oh, that's good news. That's good news. Richard sending all the flowers and the love. Thank you so much. Actually, honestly, I don't take you guys for granted. Especially people like you, Richard. You always watch the videos. Bash, you always watch the videos. And even to leave a comment, I think the fact that you don't have to and you do, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for helping me build my dream, build a dream. Hopefully, hopefully, it will turn out to become something that I don't know. But yep, my brain worked yesterday. Oh, on yesterday's live stream at night. Yeah, I usually have a pretty nice crowd in here. Okay. Okay, when you join in like the live stream, we are here to get started. Yeah, today I'm color. What do you call it? Color clashing. I have all colors on me. I have. Okay, we are kind of match. I think it's not that bad. I was just thinking this pink is not matching, but whew. Okay, okay. Let me put a question here. Okay, I would appreciate if you guys liked the live stream. Ooh, Assad from Ethiopia. How are you doing? Hello there. Hello. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's a little bit warm. a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, welcome to the live stream. When you join in, say hi. How is your house progressing? We are kinda a little bit stuck, a little bit, but yeah, of course, finances here and there. But yep, these hopes, the hopes are still there. Okay, I'll show you guys. In any case, if there's any progress, I'm gonna make a video and post. Yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing that, I would appreciate if you guys liked the live stream, so we can get start. Okay, of course we already started, but so that we can get a little bit more people in here. What's the most underrated? Oh my god. Okay, underrated. Most underrated food. I think beans. But I meant to do the most overrated. Most overrated food. Oh my god, what is wrong with people? Like, potatoes feed. Oh, potatoes. Yeah, yeah. I think potatoes are also, especially in my village, because we produce them. We grow potatoes. It's like, oh, yeah. So every day is like, oh my god, we're eating potatoes again. We actually do not appreciate the potatoes. I think that's pretty much. I also think beans. Beans are so much underrated. Okay, let's do overrated. Okay. Where's this thing not working? Meat. Ooh, meat is underrated. I think meat is overrated. Yeah, I think burgers. Maybe because they're not traditionally. No, not burgers. I like burgers. Pizza. I think pizza is so much overrated. Oh my god. Honestly, I thought that I would be licking myself the first time that I had pizza. I just it just wasn't tasting. It wasn't tasty for me. It was just tasting off. But I only like the toppings of a pizza. So yeah, most overrated food, pizza. Let me know yours. Let me know yours. And we're getting started here. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit. Oh, overrated for you is meat. In my country, eating every day considered wealth. Oh, okay. So after how long are you supposed to eat? Oh, okay, meat or regular eating. Actually, in my village, like we rarely, like I honestly, we usually have more of like a vegan lifestyle. Okay, or plant-based. Let's say plant-based, not vegan. Plant-based lifestyle. We usually have more of a plant-based lifestyle. Once in a while, we will have meat. Once in a while, let's say it could be once in like 3 months. So we usually do more of like a vegan lifestyle actually, and I think most people do that. So But here in the city, it's like people usually have meat almost every day, and I think that's surprising. That's one of the things. But see, for me, meat was so overrated because actually, if you're not having something on a regular basis, you just start overreacting when you have it. I'm like, oh my god, I get to have some meat. So yeah, growing up in the village, we mostly used to have plant-based food. But actually, most people in the village are so healthy, very much healthy. What's the most overrated food in your opinion? For me, I'm saying pizza. I think it's so much overrated. And I know Americans are about to say, you know what? You've not tasted a Chicago. You've not tasted a Chicago pizza, so you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but yeah. I've wow. Aside says once a week is enough for me. Why? Why would you eat once a week? Is it I'm seeing people talk about healing your gut. You should fast more than you eat to heal your gut, and I'm like, oh, that's surprising. CJ, how are you doing? You vegan, one boy? No, but like I rarely eat meat, like once in a while. Okay, right now here in the city, I kind of like got myself into like a habit of like having meat every now and then. But in the village, we used to have meat maybe once after every 2 months or something. So it like we most people have a plant-based uh you know yeah, but right now I told myself that I'm not gonna have meat for 2 weeks, 2 good weeks. So your family never slaughters or eat those cows? No, we don't do it. Yeah, they are our source of income. So if you slaughter your source of income, what are you gonna? Yeah, so we just milk them and sell the milk. So no, we do not. Once in a while, let's say we will have one of the chicken and let's say rabbit, but yeah, we do buy meat like everyone else, and we just prefer not to. Okay, okay. And I know this is like almost asking an impossible question, but in how after how long do you usually have meat? Do you have meat every day? As says, people love eating raw meat in Ethiopia, but I don't care. I hate. Yeah, I realized that. I realized Ethiopians like raw meat, and then you just start diarrheaing. Oh God! I mean, you can't breed the cows and make more. You can, but see, whenever we breed the cows and we have a new cow, that's a new source of income. So we just do not. Uh, if it's a bull, we rear the bull and then we sell it at a particular size, and then we can get at least $500 or something. So for us, it's all yeah. Let me tell you, one of the reasons why I disliked life in the village, or why I dislike life in the village, it's because you tend to like sacrifice a lot. You tend to sacrifice a lot of modern, what are they called? A lot of things that maybe are even, they are not even luxuries. Yeah, you tend to sacrifice a lot. And then you tend to see everything as a big deal. It's like, oh, this money that I'm buying meat, I could buy something else. Okay. CJ says, I eat meat every day. I have a pretty balanced diet though. Okay. Every day? That sounds like, okay, right now here, to be really honest, I can have meat every day. I can just go, actually, just straight outside this building, they sell chicken just outside this grilled chicken, and you can just go and buy as many as possible. I can go and I can buy ground beef, I can all of these things. But also another thing why we do not have meat oftenly in my village is because you're not cooking for one person. Okay, so for example, we are like a house of 10 people, so who is gonna eat? If we buy meat for like 200 shillings, who is going to eat and who is not going to eat? That's also another thing. you just but see, when you cook plant-based meals, You can cook a huge pot. Janara Bigan says hi. Hi, how are you doing? Eating raw meat sounds dangerous, to be honest. Yeah, I would never. I have been thinking about starting to do raw vegetables, but raw meat, no. Raw meat, no. Oh god, yeah, it sounds dangerous. I think I've seen people who do raw food. They are like more, their skin is more glowing. uh they tend to be more healthy, but I think this for me is pretty much recent, after I just started going through some things that are very traumatic. Sushi. Jambo, hello, hello, hello. Marshall Paul says natural pretty face, good vibes, positive. Okay, thank you so much. What's the most overrated food in your world or in your opinion? Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. So I was just talking about how like mostly in the village we read, but actually you're most healthy because see, for example, we have beans, we have beans almost every day, and then greens, leafy greens, and then most probably there will be an avocado here and there, these random fruits that we grow out there, and then ugali. So see, it's a balanced diet. Since our people start eating uh raw meat since eating Italy colonies. Oh wow, okay. So you guys never stopped that? Okay, but do you add anything, or do you just eat it straight up like that? GFX. But I think that's pretty much nice and fine, especially if you're the one who slaughtered. But you just go and buy meat. You don't know how long it's been sitting there. Let's say they've been refrigerating for a while, and then you just eat it like that. That can be dangerous. Let me take a wild guess. You're Nigerian. What do you think? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, welcome here, guys. Welcome here. We are just getting started. I don't know. The time between the time that I ended the other show and this was like short because I was watching something that I liked. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, Kenyan. Okay. Where are you watching me from? Let's do this. Okay, let me type. Oh, Kenyan, great, yeah. Asad says some put butter and pepper and chop it, and some just cut and eat raw, just like that. Okay, no, I'm not eating something like that. Okay. Uh, okay, let's do this. Which one are you? Which one are you? The person who is always late or the person who arrives ridiculously early? What's your favorite way to eat chicken? Fried, boiled, baked, or grilled? Ooh, I think I like the my most. Can I choose two? But I think I like grilled chicken. Grilled chicken is just top tier. But also the fried chicken also has my heart. I think grilled and fried chicken. Mm. fried chicken. Fried chicken. I think grilled. I think yeah, but fried, yeah. Between fried and grilled chicken, which one is the best in your opinion? Okay, Bas says what is really eating healthy? Chicken. Yes. I don't think there's unhealthy chicken ever. Mm-hmm. Which one are you? The person who is always late or the person who arrives ridiculously early? Oh, you all know me. I usually say, I'm gonna start the show at 10. Oh, look for me at 10:30 or even at 11. Yeah, I am that. I'm so bad with time, but honestly, I'm trying to change. Like today, I showed up on time. I think I was 1 minute or 2 minutes late. Yeah, I am so actually the aspect of the urgency with the time does not register with me. It's just like there's no hurry. Why am I hurrying? You know. But I think it's because it's out of like showing up for events. Let's say somebody invites me for an event and then I show up early. You know how it feels so bad showing up. If you show up very early for a party, it's like you are so hungry or something. So I kind of just slowed down, and I think that's how Kenyans are. We just don't show up. We just don't show up early. Okay, let me not say it's a Kenyan thing, but most people. Gihard Nicholas. Oh, how do you pronounce that? Is it Gihard Nicholas? I hope you're having a great day. Good night. Okay. Thank you so much, Gihard. Good to see you. Bas says in the West they don't tolerate lateness. I know they have the aspect of time, and it's really like woo. Scott says, what's up? How are you doing, Scott? Good to see you. Where are you watching me from? You can tell me where you're watching me from. Good is good to say hello to you. I'm always early, and the most overrated food is pasta. Ooh. Yeah, I said pizza. I think pizza is pretty much overrated. But I know you guys will tell me, but you've not tasted the Chicago pizza or the one from New York. Yeah, I just maybe admittedly I don't know if the pizza I've bought from here the but I just the ones that they make out here they just taste like something that's rotten. And I grew up with pizza being so much overrated and not being able to buy it. And then when I bought it, I was like, oh my god, this poverty I've saved me from a lot. God is yours. Yes, Africa time doesn't exist to a lot of people. Yeah, it doesn't. I'm trying so much because I realize, for example, here, if I tell you guys that I'm showing up at 10, most of you are usually looking for me around that time. And if I don't show up, you're like, she lied. You just realize one boy he's still on time. She's gonna show up at 12. Okay, but yeah, I'm working on that because I realize I think time is money. That's true. It's all different types of pizza, but it's nothing that special. Honestly, I thought it was something so special growing up. I was like, I can't wait until I can get a pizza. When I got it, I was like, and then actually I bought a pizza. I tasted it. It just didn't taste right for me. So I took it home and I told my brothers to taste. And they usually eat almost everything. Those boys can eat. Okay, they can eat everything or anything. None of my family members liked it. I told my mom to taste. She didn't like it. Actually, all of us, nobody had ever tasted a pizza at that point. Because it's something that's rotten is crazy. Honestly, that's how it tasted to me. Maybe I think it's like the yeast that was like maybe too much or something. But and then I bought another one in Nairobi. And then I pretty much eat all the toppings. The crust is the problem. The crust is just, ooh. Coordinating the project, coordinating the project there is not fun. But I know a lot of people rely on public transportation. Okay, even with public transportation, it's just like, no, the time does not exist in our world. We live in a free world. Yeah, we can pretty much set time for ourselves. So, okay. So you arrive pretty much early. Okay, next one. Cool BMW. Hey, pretty. Hey, you. Good to see you. Which one are you? The person who spends money immediately or saves every coin? So let's go with that one. Which one are you? The person who spends money or the person who saves every coin? Wow, I need to wear. I'm always feeling cold. That's one of my weakness. God is in control says, in the USA, everyone has a car and open road, but for business, time is money. And if I would hire someone, bring on time and good communication is key. Okay. Okay. Yes, you guys have factors that can help you to get to the work early. Like for example, maybe the transportation, yeah, the roads. Oh my god, guys, have you seen the roads in Nairobi, guys? It's like you can honestly you can be stuck in Nairobi's traffic the whole day actually. Okay? When you're in Nairobi, within Nairobi, even it doesn't matter if you're within Nairobi, unless you're going to pay to use the expressway. Doesn't matter if you're within Nairobi or if you're traveling within Nairobi or outside. Okay, if you're using the road that everyone is using, you are definitely, you can't tell somebody, oh, I'll be there at this time. You cannot. Sadar, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome here. Okay, I definitely. Oh, CJ says I definitely like to save every coin. What's your motivation to save money? What's your motivation? Um, Me personally, I think I have both. I do both worlds. So the reason I think the reason for saving is because I'm scared. It's like, let me tell you, if you've ever struggled in life, you just automatically become frugal. Whenever you get something, you want to hold on to it because you don't know if you'll get another one. Okay, but admittedly, I also like buying nice things and sometimes maybe some nice food or something. So I think I'm best of both. Okay, oh, I go through seasons where like I am so stingy with the money, like I can't buy anything for myself, and then I go through this other season where like I'm just buying all the money that I saved, then I use all of it. So then the question is, what was the point of what was the point of the saving? Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm a spender for sure. Life is too short to be greedy. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, of course, after bills and debts are paid. Okay. Okay. Low key both. I save some, spend some. Okay. Ooh. Maybe that has something to do with the relationship with money. Um, so that is, I am fluctuating. One day I arrive somewhere super early, another day I arrive late or super late. Each day is like a mystery. Okay. Is time such a factor in Eastern Europe? I know it is in like I know it is in like Western Europe. People like to keep time. Is it something in Eastern Europe? Eves, I hope there's a better audience in here today. The folks yesterday. Don't say that. God is in control. I'm good. I'm good to be responsible and balance your money. Though both extremes aren't good. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like you need to find a balance in there. Richard says shrimp is definitely overrated. It's a bottom feeder and it's not meant to be eaten, but people eat it. I even eat it. It's so good though. Okay. Okay, honestly, I want to say that I've never eaten shrimp, but let me check. Let me. I want to say that I've never eaten, to be really honest. Oh, see, and lots of seafood. I have never. Lots of seafood. I've never eaten. Oh no, this one definitely. I've never eaten the shrimp. Nah, yeah, I have never. I definitely never ate shrimp. Oh, ooh. Oh wow, yeah. I don't think I ever ate this. No, I think I did. I think I did eat this, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I did. Uh, but uh, and if it's what I'm thinking about, for me, it was pretty sweet. I liked it, I think. Yeah, they were serving, I think they were serving in a restaurant in Nairobi for starters or something. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to say that I've never, this is why it's good to confirm. Uh, Felix, how are you doing? Okay, Eve says I'm not a shrimp fan either. Okay, wow. Um, so that is, I mean, it's always expected to arrive on time or even early. Some arrive like 1 hour or 2 hours early. Depends. Some are more forgiving, some are not. Okay. Yeah. For me, no. If you okay, right now I'm working towards like having the time being right, but haha, we are on our own time. We live in a free world. Why would we be on a hurry? God is in control. But one of the best things about being in Uganda was the absence of time. It was just a nice change from the hustle of corporate America and living by the clock. Yeah. Bob, how are you doing, Bob? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. How are you doing? Good to see you. Eve says, can get really sick on shellfish too. I don't think I've ever ate that. Lots of I usually watch this food competition, people competing to eat. And some of these things I've never eaten is the things from the sea. I don't know, seafood. All of these things that they eat from the shells. I have never ate that, and maybe I'm not interested. Or maybe if chance come, maybe I can just try, but I don't think so. To answer your question, I'm a saver, okay? What motivates you to save? God is in control. It's just a completely different world than America. I love Texas, but we are looking at a house in Uganda. I'd easily live there half a year, okay? Yeah, but you better go over there with some money because, woo! Bob says, I don't save every coin, but I lean more towards saving, even though spending is better for the economy. Oh, wow. So would you do? No, this is about you, not the economy. Okay. Putting your money in your house and putting your money, or like having your money sit in your bank account when it's not doing anything. It's not good, but it's like, at least you have money for rainy day. Eve says, I don't spend a lot and I have zero debt aside from my mortgage, but I'm about to completely pay my house off. So I really don't spend much, even though I travel, go out. Okay. Wow. So, but I think for people who do this, like saving without thinking, it's like a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle of saving. Okay. I want that. I want that. I want, like, sometimes money is just passing through your hands. You never get to do anything with the money. It just comes and it goes as quickly as it came in. Okay, the money goes as easily as it came in, and I think it's really like, no. Guys, because it's, oh, of course, wife does trading. We have a businesses. We have a lot of side hustles. Also lots of resources in Uganda, and even work for a friend that owns a safari. Okay, so you're pretty set. Okay, I think that's amazing to have the opportunity to live anywhere. You can live anywhere and still survive, and your bills still sorted. Yeah. Yeah, one thing that people don't understand about moving to Africa is like, it's not as cheap as you guys think. Okay? It's not like it's not as cheap as you guys think. But see, when you finally, let's say, decide to retire to a place like Africa, uh, and you're not working, whenever you spend money, the money is not coming back. So you're just spending, spending, spending. The money is not coming back. Oh, no way. Okay, wow. Get a lot to read. Eve says, I put it into ETFs and investment. It compounds. I have a high interest saving account with guess uh $500 every month. Wow, that's a pretty much good saving. Yeah, if you would save money like that out here, hey, you would be okay. I use that for bills. Okay. God is because we would have finances there for sure. Okay. And I think that's the goal. That's the goal, to be able to have, think about it. If today you left your job, would you still have some money? I think that's the goal. That's the question that we need to ask ourselves, even. Yeah, maybe we need to create opportunities for ourselves that do not necessarily depend on us being employed. Bob says, so like you can structure your income as 30% investment, 10% saving. Ew, wow, I've never thought about it like that. It's a blessing from God. All glory to Him. Mm-hmm. Bob says, personally, my saving account is low. I don't really like keeping money. Okay, how about if you don't have a job? How do you survive? Like if you have a saving account, if you start saving money, at least if you can pay rent for yourself for at least 1 month. Let's say you're fired today or you don't have a job. If you can at least pay rent for 1 month, or you can handle your bills for 1 month, at least by being able to do so, you can be able to figure yourself. You at least you'll use the 1 month to maybe look for another job or think about what you'll do, because I can only see, imagine you just lost a job, you don't have a way to pay, and now like you have to get a, I think maybe saving 1 month worth of rent. Oh, but see, in Nigeria they pay rent the whole year. I forgot about that. You guys pay rent for the whole year. So okay, you see, if you're paying rent per month, yeah, you have to plan it out for sure. People that have never been there don't know how expensive it can be. Yes, because whenever you spend, any money that you spend is minus, 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 minus. Versus check how to invest in stock and bonds. Yeah, I think everybody tells me that here on the chat, but one day, inshallah. It says I have an IRA in addition to ETFs. I do all right. My house is worth 1 million, so I'm okay. Okay, you're set. Bob says that's why you invest it. Buy treasury bills, commercial paper. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, in Nigeria we pay yearly. Okay, I think I wish I live. Okay, I can't see myself being able to afford to pay rent for a whole year. But I gotta say, can you imagine if you've already paid rent for the whole year? You know you're set for the year. You don't have to think about, where will I get the money for the next month. But yeah, a whole year can be a lot. How does real estate appreciate in Kenya? Ooh, very much. It ridiculously, like the prices go double every year or so, or at least there's an increase in high amounts. Yeah, it does. I think it does. God is gracious. Yes, yep. That's what I do. Crypto and stocks. Okay. Wow. But do you need a lot to get started? Versus inheritance mostly spent, but rising from scratch is the best. Okay. Oh, you have an inheritance. You have an inheritance. Oh my God, you guys, we are reading from different scripts. Bob took back the message. You says, wow, I should buy in Mombasa. Yeah. Oh, look at prices. Look at prices of houses in Mombasa, beach houses, and all of these things. You will be surprised. The price is just through the roof. Through the roof. Yeah. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's check beach house in Mombasa. I have looked at that because there's a time we had this phase where like we want to move to Mombasa, and they charge in US dollars actually. They are pretty smart because of course it's a touristic place. Okay, beach house. Uh Richard says, I'm the one in between. I save money as well as spend money. I get paid every Friday, so that helps. Wow, that could be a nice that could be a nice thing that you don't have to wait for the whole month. Uh, okay, price. Let me check the price. They look nice. Price. Uh, Eve says yes, Em, I have a day job. Richard says I'm amazed you never had shrimp, but I think now that I think about it, I think I have, but once. Um, good. Eve says, but I have money coming in from high interest account and returns from my ETFs. And real estate, though, that isn't liquid. Um, they charge Kenyans in US dollars. Yeah, in Mombasa, in places like Mombasa, in Tuali. Okay, they will have Kenya shillings right there. But when you look at, for example, let's check one thing right here. You'll see the price in US dollars. Okay, let me look at a house that I like here. Okay, this says 5-bedroom house for sale in Nyali. In Nyali. Okay, no price. Okay, why is it that I can't find the price? Okay, average price 18 million. Okay, if you want to buy a property in Mombasa, average price 18 million 168 750 Kenya shillings. Okay, we need this in US dollars. Okay, in Nigeria that's illegal. Why is it illegal? Okay, I don't know if it's illegal. People use, you can use whatever. God is going, yeah, shrimp and crawfish are big here in the south. I'll tear up some raw or fried oysters. I've never had the oysters. Let me buy Eva house in Kenya. Okay, you'll be surprised. I want to look at the price in US dollars. Okay, oh, how much is 18 million? 18 million in US dollars, but not that much actually. 18 million. Ooh. 138 996 US dollars. Is that much? Oh, 108 180? No, this thing says 138 996 US dollars. Okay, is that much? Oh, but it's cheaper than you guys' houses. Yeah. But no, that's on the cheap side. That's the starting price. So it could range anywhere depending on the amenities that the house have. So 130, but 138 is not so much, maybe. 138, 996. It is so much because you get, it's not so much because you guys buy from 300,000, if I'm not wrong. Okay, but mostly just grilled beef. Okay, I need 2 or 3 bedrooms. 2 or 3 bedrooms. Okay, maybe you can get the one for 18 million. Okay, ugali. Oh, ugali is overrated. Okay, maybe I can hire one boy to cook for me. Oh my god, I am not a good chef. What? Maybe maybe I would like to just make some Kenyan food or something, but I'm not a good chef. Bob says in Nigeria it's illegal to charge people in any other currency other than naira. Okay. What does that do to the? Does it weaken the money in you guys' country, or what? I don't know. Okay, I had it. Okay, sold. God is increases. Wow, not bad. That's so cheap. Common homes are here are 250K. Okay, cheaper to build. Is it cheaper to build? How much would you estimate to build a house? Okay, I think it's cheap. Honestly, me too. I think it's cheaper to build, but like, who doesn't like to just buy something that's ready? Okay, I think it's cheaper to build. For example, like the way we do have a property, it's just easy to just build. You know, you just go and get all the materials you need. You and then you can just make the house according to your own needs. Uh, I had been looking into Ghana. Okay, I think Ghana also is a nice place. I think Ghana actually, I think, have a lot of foreign population. I think God is because yes, ideally on 20 acres of land to have your own house built according to your own standards. Yeah. Bob says when your locals are paying other locals in USD, it creates more demand for the US dollar. They'll sell the local currency and buy USD to pay local. It's bad for your currency. Okay. Oh no, it's okay. You can't go to buy something from the store with US dollars, but when it comes to places like Mombasa, you can. I don't know. Let me not spread misinformation, but I think it's pretty much common to see people using euros or whatever, or people will tell the person the price in euros or US dollars so that they can understand how much they are paying, and then they'll just give them Kenyan currency. But since Africa is not fully built, I see offers of land. Okay, yes, it's not. We still have lots of things that can be done. There's lots of land that can be developed. Depends on the contractor who builds. Yeah, yeah. Because also when you move out here, if you're not moving to a major city, you might have to give up some of the modern conveniences. You might, yeah, not everything. You might not have to give up everything. But for example, out here we don't have DoorDash. Although if you're staying in Nairobi or Mombasa, you can have Uber Eats. Okay, but yeah, if you live away from those major towns, you will have to give up so many modern the things that you have or the small things. Amazon, okay, they can deliver to Kenya, but you have to pay like this ridiculous amount in terms of delivery fee. Okay. Timu does not deliver to Kenya. Oh my god. Yamusaidi says sorry, I meant I like, oh, you like ugali. Yeah. Tricks use an indigenous to negotiate. Yeah, you go over there and you're Muzungu or you're foreigner, you're going to be overcharged. Okay. Okay, there's a question that I typed, but we never got to it because we started talking about, I think you guys like money. You guys like money. Oh, wow. In Nigeria, we have Timu, Glovo Timu delivers to Nigeria. Wow, that's surprising. Why do they not deliver to Kenya? I'm shocked Timu doesn't deliver to Kenya. They do not. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they might, but I tried once. They do not deliver to Kenya. They do not deliver to Kenya at all. Yeah. Also, I think another one is Amazon. There will be Timu in East Africa soon. Okay. Yeah, no, the one that I would like is Amazon actually. Yeah. Okay, the Timu is nice because it has some cheap stuff and all of that. Yeah, but Amazon, okay. First of all, I'm so sick and tired of like, see, online shopping here. When you do online shopping here, see, like the way you guys can just return things to Amazon. I have seen some of you just buy things and then you're like, I don't want it anymore, and Amazon takes that back. Like, you can just say you don't want it anymore. People do not like refunding money here, so that's another thing you should be ready for. Like, you will buy something from somebody and then when you get home it's not working the way you wanted it to, or it's damaged or something. The person will just refuse. They will just refuse. They will say, oh, we don't goods once sold cannot be refunded or whatever. Yes, we call that muzungu price. Now I know local prices, so they can't me. Okay. Also, maybe buying from supermarkets is way better. Amazon here is amazing. Literally everything you can think of. Amazon, Global doesn't work in Kenya. I think they do, but it's like, I wish I could be able to. I wish I was not using the phone to stream. I would show you guys. Like, for example, let's say you're ordering something that's worth $100, you will end up paying $200 because of the delivery fee. So it's like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Like, unless you, okay, not Timu in Kenya. What about Amazon? You can order from Amazon and they can deliver to you to Kenya, but at this ridiculous amount of money, like almost double. There's a time that I wanted to order like a bed topper. I remember it was like $115 or something, and then the prices end up being like $500 for them to deliver here, and you are like, for what reason? No, thank you. Also, not to mention, when you buy from abroad, when these things get into Kenya, then they have to ask you for taxes and all of that. So if a country just straight up delivers, that is maybe nicer. God is in control, but we bring stuff for people there, like friends and family phones, Bluetooth speaker, medical stuff, etc. Yeah. Oh God, I appreciate whenever I get a package from over there, like some medicine. Okay, we have most of the things. You can just buy from people who import. You can just buy, but it's like sometimes you just want to buy yourself something from Amazon, but you cannot. If you have a friend in USA, we buy cheap here, then send it to someone in Africa. Yeah. I see that. I actually received a package like last month or something, but we were just trying to see if the PO box can work or something. So this is me personally. I use Walmart online app to shop. Okay, we pay shipping too. Okay, honestly, I had this small box. I showed you guys the small box. That small box, like, of course, to expedite it so that I can get it quickly, like within 2 weeks or something, we paid like, I think, $100. And then when it got here, they called me. They wanted $40, and then then I paid another 10 when I picked it up at the post office. So you end up asking yourself, is it worth it? They give me 15 off every order if you call in and get the codes. Oh wow, okay. Ooh, that's interesting. They deliver? They will deliver. Okay, see, and that's the Western world. Those are some of the advantages of the Western world, in my opinion. But see, I realized that in Nigeria they do that. They do deliver. Amazon works over there. Timu. But I would like to know, how much do you pay for Amazon to deliver? God is in control says, what's crazy? That's mind blowing. There are certain items you pay $10 and you can receive an order same day. Yeah. Oh, okay. And you can receive an order same day. Do you mean when it comes to shipping to somebody? Because that would be ridiculously cheap. Where in Africa is it best to live? So me as a foreigner, where should I go? Best to live. I don't know where I can tell you is best to live. Uh, Maybe South Africa. Okay, of course, I would definitely advocate for Kenya. But when you come to Kenya, maybe you stay on the touristic areas, because maybe if you go outside those areas, it's not safe. I don't. It's safe and it's not. I don't know. Maybe you'll be more of a, opportunists thieves. I don't know. But maybe I would advocate Kenya, and if Kenya, maybe go to Mombasa. Yeah. Depends with what energy do you want. Do you want like a city vibe? Because if it's city, stay in Nairobi. Uh, I don't know. Maybe South Africa could also be good. Uh, Channel T54 says building a shipping company is a good business idea in Kenya. Shipping is too expensive. Yes. Oh, have you tried to ship something, Channel? I know you are Kenyan in the US. Have you tried to ship something to somebody? Is it okay? Do you find it very? Oh, I found that very expensive actually, to ship something in here, because I think they open the package, they look what is in there, and they decide how much that package is worth. Because that's an import. I'm surprised Africa never started up a thrift company like Timu or something. They seem like the only country out the loop. Okay. Yeah. And see some, okay, for example, here in Kenya we have Kilimall. But some of they don't have some of the things. And another thing, I don't like the fact that sometimes you can buy from them, and then if you don't like the thing, they're not taking it back. They're not taking that sometimes is like, why. I was in South Africa. I'm likely to get my fingers cut off there. Why? Why do you think so? How easy it is to start a business in Kenya? Very easy. Okay. Actually, the last year, my friend, she, okay, I helped her to work on this business, but she kind of started two businesses. Actually, she started three businesses. She started one, and then that one didn't work. We started another one, it didn't work, and another one. But yeah, it's very easy, very easy. But as a foreigner, I don't know how. You will pay more for the license to work to set up your business as a foreigner. But if you have somebody who is Kenyan, and maybe you can register the business in their name, and then they can just pay normal Kenyan prices. God is in control. See, some people like Mzungus, for example, especially Europe, they need to be pampered, live in safe areas near all the high class prestige areas. For me, I grew up in the country, so Uganda is good. Yeah, if you want to, maybe some of you maybe care to be more safe. Maybe you need to be near the embassy or something. I don't know. Selling, okay. CJ says selling small, cheap merchandise, it would bring a lot of jobs to those countries, warehouse jobs. Yeah. If any one of you have some money, just maybe start a shipping company, and make sure you can be able to negotiate with these people who are doing the taxes. Okay, Eve says, I'll put it in your name. Oh my God. No. Oh my God. First of all, you have to really trust the person, because you can move to another country, and let's say it's more expensive to put the business in your name. Okay, because of course, they don't want foreigners to be coming and making money more than the locals are, right? So you can register it in somebody's name, and then you don't know the person, they can scam you. God is equal to, so they don't think about medicine options, random power blackouts, traffic, and dealing with local prices everywhere is different for things. I spent more time in the bush than Kampala or Entebbe. Okay, yeah, yeah. If you go out of these big towns, you have to deal with these factors. I can handle myself very well, but you have to also be trusting of your wife or the person that you're with, because you can't just follow people into the bush just like that. You know everybody in Kenya, they'll give you a deal. No, I do not know everybody in Kenya, but at least when you speak Swahili, you're like, no, I'm not paying that. Um, that's a good idea. I'll talk to my wife about it. A shipping company exclusively for East Africa. Never even thought of that. Yeah, it might need a lot of money to like start, and also maybe you might need somebody on the other end to be receiving the things and distributing them. Yeah, consolidated fees, transit fees. Yes, if we can have, let's say, okay, one of the things that I saw, the problem is, for example, with that small package that I received, okay, so paid $100 to expedite it, and then so maybe the thing ended up being 120, 130, okay, to send, only to send, and then when it got to Kenya, I had to pay $50. So that small package ended up costing almost $200, right? So it's like, if as the shipping company, because you're shipping lots of the, if you can be able to negotiate so that the person who is receiving, you just give them one price and that's it, instead of paying all these small fees everywhere. Well, no, of course I wouldn't follow or trust random people, but she's always with me or family in a group, okay? Okay, and she's your wife, so yeah, of course. Family. See, this 50 for what? Import tax. Okay. So they charge $40 for the import tax, and then $10 I paid to the post office. So yeah, so that's your amount right there. It's just ridiculous, honestly. I just felt so discouraged to receive anything, to be really honest. It's just way too much. You better wait until there's somebody who is coming and they can have it in their luggage. It's kind of expensive shipping items through customs to African countries, and I don't know why they make it such a, I don't know, maybe one day I should try sending something to somebody in the US and see how much we end up paying, because woo, they make it almost impossible. uh yeah, Africa just seems so left behind on lots of things. That's so unfortunate. Yes. And see, no, and the problem is these leaders, okay, they want to make a lot of money when it comes to import, okay, but then see what they are doing in return. They are discouraging people from sending things to each other back and forth. Okay, I even don't know if letters, if they can even charge for letters. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Africa is not a country, and I know and they know, and they also know. Oh my God, they know Africa is not a country. We are talking about a whole continent. Yeah, okay. Let me know if you've ever maybe shipped something to any African country. Marx is overrated food, plastic, and possible cannibalism. Once upon the end. Okay, how are you doing, Mark? Okay, what are you talking about? Overrated food, plastic, and possible cannibalism in Africa, or what? Squeezing nickels and dimes out of poor people isn't the route, though. Something definitely needs to change. Yes, something definitely. Honestly, I think so. I think something definitely needs to change, because it's like, I was actually better off leaving that. Okay, leaving that package so that they can just stay with it or return it or whatever. Yeah. Versus Mtumba clothing trash imports. Okay, it's a continent. Yeah, it's a continent, and we know that. So it's like we can talk about Africa as a group. I think people we all try to say that, oh, Africa is not a country too. I get irritated also when people like to like box Africa into one thing, but it's like sometimes you gotta understand the context. I'm pink, you black. Don't know why you like me to say that. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, whew. So I can only imagine if you ever sent like a big box here, that box would end up costing almost like $300 to get here. God is in control says, well, how will it change? How can it change? It's hard to see if it can change because of greed and corruption from the leaders and politicians. They will never stop police bribing either. Okay, let me tell you, actually, I didn't expect. I expected that like when you pay for the package from the country that you're sending from, I expected that was it. So I was just expecting I would not be contacted until the package got to the post to my post office, right? So then there's this random number. I usually don't pick up random. So this random number calls me and then it's like, oh, is this your name, bro? So and so. Okay, and I'm like, yes. Uh, there's a package here and you need to pay tax for her. This much. I'm like, what? CJ says you should run for president of Kenya. You seem like a smart young lady who can bring change on boy. Oh, they will not vote me. First of all, here people like if you are running for like presidency, you gotta have campaign money. Not to mention to join a political party, they will charge you so much. Okay, so it's almost impossible actually to run for president because these people want handouts. Okay, but actually honestly I think about running for member of parliament, but maybe in the future, but for president they would need a lot. Yeah, yeah, I think maybe for member of parliament, but for the member of parliament the only thing you can change, you can only change your own constituency, right? Policy is the issue. People get opportunities to collect free money. Yes. And these people need bribes and stuff like that. On boy for president. Yeah. God is even at the bank when I was there, someone tried I don't know how to pronounce that. Me out of a money exchange. How did that happen? Like I thought there's privacy when you're even exchanging the money. Or is it the person who was changing the money for you? Oh, maybe they gave you wrong numbers, or like, okay, let's say here in Kenya, let's say they are changing it 126. They can tell you, uh let's do 124. If you just say okay because you don't care, if you just say okay, they will just change the money for you with the 124, and then they are gonna make money from it. What's the first thing you would change in Kenya if you was president? Oh, but first of all, I think the corruption. The corruption. Honestly, there's no there's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that you can do if the corruption is there. There's no programs that you can do that are worth it. So first of all, deal with that. So what we would do with the corruption, if you're caught giving or receiving bribe, 5 years in prison. If you're caught giving or receiving bribe, 5 years in prison. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, if you're caught giving or receiving bribes, 5 years in prison. Okay, and then another one, we would encourage, if it's the road, if your car is not roadworthy, you're getting arrested. Stop with this whole thing of like you can give the cops like, oh, small 50 shillings, small 100 shillings, and they just let you go. No, that would be my first. That would be my, see, like the way you guys are signing executive orders, that is one that I would like somebody to sign. I saw some videos of Africans fighting in parliament. They get busy over there, I see. Okay, and he's fighting some nonsense with big stomachs. Very big stomachs. Look at their stomachs and look at the stomachs of regular people. We got stopped at a guard shack near Queen Elizabeth National Park too. They said the license plate was covered too much. He wanted his guy to unscrew it and reattach it. I said, hell no, so I did it. Okay. He wanted a bride so we can pass through. Police were with us there holding us for an hour before I took it into my own hands, and they didn't expect me to do that. Wow. Okay, they were expecting you because you would just, let's say, leave something behind. This is so the police shake people down for money in Kenya. Yeah. See, you can just do like this and hope you just do like this. Okay. So this is the I'm the police officer. So you're coming. So we drive on the left side. So then the police officer is like, stop. Okay, you stop. You have 50 shillings in your hand, and you just kind of like you greet them like this, and that's it. And you keep going. You greet them like this, so they never see the money. Okay, let me look for something small. Okay, this is the something small. This is the cash. So the police officer is like, and then you're like, done. That's it. Yeah, that's what they do. Oh, I mean, like I was with 450 US dollars exchanging to Uganda shillings. They tried to take an extra 25k shillings from the total. We called them and they laughed it off like an accident. Wow. And you know they expect, because you're converting to a currency that you're not familiar with, they just expect that you will not care. Not to mention it will not be lots of money. Yeah, okay. CJ says, "Oh, that's terrible. Do they try to shake down tourists in Kenya?" I don't know. The tourists, if you've been to any African country, let me know if they try that. Okay. What I've seen is like they try to be like friendly with people who look like foreigners, hoping that you just offer to give them something. They wanted that money to let us pass through instead of messing with the license plate. But nope, I fixed it. They aren't getting my money. That's terrible but funny at the same time. Okay, I know. Wow. Okay. What will you purchase with $2 for? Oh wow. Oh, Mark, thank you so much, Mark. Mark donated lots of things. What will I buy? I can go and buy a burger. Thank you, Mark. Uh, okay, I can buy a burger. I can buy I can buy coffee. Yeah. Uh, okay. Okay, God is in control says they wanted that money to they wanted, okay, I think I read that. Money easy come, easy go. A lion burger. Maybe a gorilla one. Wait, where can we send Wamboi money? Click on my image. There's like PayPal or buy me coffee. You can choose either. Okay. So next question. Your friend owes you money. Okay. Okay. So this is a situation. What do you do? Your friend owes you money, but they keep pushing themselves on vacation. Okay, no. I got that wrong. Okay, your friend owes you money, but they keep posting themselves on vacation. What do you do? Okay, let me type that. I buy you a hyena burger. Okay. Okay, let me type this. Hyena burger. Okay, but assuming that you can even get a lion burger is really insane. Okay. Your friend owes you money, but they keep posting themselves on vacation. What do you do? I only mess with Western Union. Okay. Mm. Yeah, but the Western Union pretty seems to be like a lot of process. When with Africa, it's almost like everything. But I appreciate the fact that right now there's a lot of third party apps. Okay, it used to be, if you have to send somebody in African country money, they have to go they have to like go to the bank. There's no way of receiving direct to the phone. Um, okay. Okay, what would you do? Your friend owes you money, but they keep posting themselves on vacation. Uh, luckily, I have no friends that would do that to me. Okay. Okay, CJ says, uh, must not be a good friend if you if you're never going on vacation with them. Okay, no, actually, let me tell you guys, when I was in uni, I think I've told this story before. Okay, and that used to be back in the day. I was so broke, my friends. Okay, um I was so broke. So I had just received my student loan. Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me get myself. So, as I was saying, it actually happened to be so. The thing is, okay. So the thing is, I had this roommate. Okay, she was also broke like I was. So we were gonna receive student loan, like for example, the next week. But my batch was before her. So how they give the student loan, they have like these batches. So they release the money in batches. So I received my money before she received hers, right? So she's like, okay, we are all broke. We come from struggling families, okay? And without the money we are good, we are even figuring out what do we cook and stuff. So she told me to give her this amount of money, okay? And if I give her that money, then I'm ending up without money. So I give it to her because I'm like, her student loan is gonna show up anyway. So I give her the money. Let me tell you, okay, so and weeks go by, she received her student loan. She never gives me back my money. Okay, I'm still waiting. I'm trying not to say anything. Remember, we are still roommates. I can see her doing different hairstyles. She's going out. She's buying alcohol almost every day. I'm like, what is wrong with you? We ended up, actually, that's how our friendship. Yeah, she refunded the money with a lot of disrespect, and that was it. That was it. So I think it happens. Maybe not to you guys, but it's real. It happens. Auction him. If you don't want money, I will send pink or brown things instead. What is pink or brown things? God says, and no, I've used Western Union before in literally instant with no fees to Africa. I only pay $1 for a fee. Oh, really? Okay. So this situation never happens in your world. You guys must be very selective with your friends because woo. Consider it a blessing she's not in your life. Nobody likes thieves. Okay, and imagine the disrespect of like sending back the money with a lot of like, and when we were giving each other the money, we were just in good terms. Yeah, so that was traumatic. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's next question. Uh, well, yes, my crew have known them all 10 years plus, okay? And usually like help each other in times of need. Okay. Um okay, how many relations? I think this is a question somebody had asked in the other lives, and then I said we will do it right here. Actually, it's Bass, I think. How many relationships should one have in a lifetime? God is and we always support each other. If someone low on money, we cover for them. It's a brotherhood, okay? How many relationships should one have in a lifetime? Okay, Mark says none. Does that mean that you never get to be in relationships? You've never been in relationships? Okay, how many how many relationships should one have in this lifetime? Basis, thanks. Oh, for doing the question. Okay, no problem. Of course, whenever I say we're gonna do a topic, I wrote it down. So yes, we were gonna do it. How many relationships should one have in a lifetime? Uh, I think maybe there should be no rule, but okay, maybe Okay, let me see where you guys are gonna take this. 4.5. Who is the half? Who is, who is the half? That's a subjective question. It's not really a number. I've had many dates and girlfriends before marriage. Okay. Okay. I think maybe this question is what number are you comfortable with? Uh okay, let me see how I can say this. um Being that I've had, should I say, was it worth it? Yeah, let me know, was it worth it? Okay. Okay, what number is too much, especially when it comes to, let's talk about body count. Okay, when it comes to body count and relationship, because I feel like there's an unrealistic expectation when it comes to uh what number of people. It depends on the person, no limit. But I feel the more you have, okay, but I feel the more you have, the more drama you have. It shows someone isn't committed. Okay. Uh-huh. Shows someone isn't committed. The more the people. Okay. Uh-huh. Versus, what is a what's a fair body count? I don't know. Let me hear from you guys, because I think people have this expectation about what women. I don't think anybody thinks so much about what is the number for the men, but I think people emphasize on what's the number for the women. Foy and her therapy sessions. Okay. And you know, Foy is the short form for one boy. God is in controls. Oh, body count now dangerous ground. Dangerous. Okay. Stormtrooper says, hello, princess. Hello, you. Good to see you. Hundreds if you're like a rabbit. Okay. I feel like we should stop putting a number, especially when it comes to women. It's like, if you are allowed to have, if as a man you're allowed to have all the numbers that you can have. You know what? If you meet with somebody, stop wanting to know what they did in their past. That's their past. Okay, you just pick up from here where you just joined into the story. Stop wanting to dig into, oh, how many people have you been with, because you're gonna be traumatized. Okay. Yeah. And doesn't it take your happiness away, wanting to think about that? God is in ketosis. Virgins are the best way to be, but nobody hardly is these days. Okay. Ask yourself, you're looking for a virgin. Are you a virgin yourself? Uh, I know. I now own a single bed. It's wonderful. What does that mean? I don't know. You know me, sometimes I don't understand English jokes. Okay, this chat is so random. We are just so random in here, guys. And those of you who are just joining in, thank you so much for joining in. And everybody who is being supportive here, I don't care if it's watching, I don't care if it's whatever you're doing. Thank you for the support. I appreciate so much. Okay, I don't know. Let me ask the next question. Even the Virgin Mary wasn't a virgin. Sorry. What do you mean? He means can't bring one home. Oh, okay. Wow. So you okay? Do you see? I see most people, after maybe experiencing a lot of people, they end up saying, oh, they'll never get my good day. Okay, I told you my name is Wamboy. But good night to you. Good night to you. Thank you so much. Actually, thank you so much, Mark. Okay, historical scams that fooled thousands of people. Let's go with this one. Okay. James Bond 007 is a slug. I don't know what that is. Honestly, I would have to Google. I wish I would be one of those people who would be able to pretend like I'm understanding. Oh, so understanding. Historical scams that fooled thousands of people. Nuclear arsenal. Honestly, when it comes to that topic, I don't know what to say. COVID. COVID. Ooh. Okay, you consider COVID to be one of historical scams. Okay. Okay. Let's, you know what? Let's Google historical scams. You guys will be surprised. I saw one. NASA as well. Hmm. I saw one that happened in, I think, 1720 or something. Uh, this company that was selling shares and all of that. Okay, let me see if I can find it and read it to you guys. The first moon landing was filmed in a studio by Stanley Kubrick. Okay, that's a scam. Okay. Oh, Hitler diary scandal. In 1983, a German magazine claimed it had acquired the personal diaries of Adolf Hitler. Then forensic analysis exposed them as fake. The forger had used modern materials, and shockingly, even historical experts were initially fooled. Okay, that's one. Uh, somebody claimed that they had Hitler's diary. I am guessing they made money from that. The man who sold the Eiffel Tower, how do you pronounce that? Is it Eiffel or Eiffel? The man who sold Eiffel Tower. In 1925, Victor Lustig read that the Eiffel Tower was expensive to maintain. Posing as a government official, he sold the tower from scrap metal to nervous dealer who didn't want to admit he'd been bribed. Okay. The ones that get me is the ones that people who are considered intelligent got scammed. Those are the ones that I'm like, okay. Thank you for the likes, guys. Okay, there's one that I saw from 1720. Fiona, how are you doing, Fiona? Hi, one boy. Hope you're well. Yes, I am. I am well. How about you? Eiffel Tower, great. Okay, can you imagine somebody pretending that they are selling that? The historical scam talk will always get into conspiracy talk. Okay, and I know that's a that's a very slippery or sensitive topic. Okay, Sherry says, "Hello, darling. You look super. Thank you so much. How are you doing, Sherry?" Okay, historical scams and conspiracy theories. Okay, next, moving on. Actually, let's do this. Okay, let's do the question from yesterday. Not the question, whereby you guys can choose a random topic and we have 5 minutes to debate it. Then we see how long we last on the. Choose a random topic. Oh, you can still leave the question there even though I removed the thing. Okay. Choose a random topic and we have 5 minutes to discuss it. Let's do that again. Okay. How about cassava? Okay. Is it more? More? How are you doing, more? Hello, my sister. Hello, you. What's up? You're looking gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Most overrated food is cassava and beans. Why cassava? Why cassava? I have never had. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I have had cassava, but not in large quantities. So I don't know if it's overrated. Actually, it's very underrated where I'm from. Very underrated. People think that is like poisonous. We rarely have it where I'm from. Or if you do, you have to look for somebody who knows how to remove or something. Why are people peeping and deleting? Okay, no deleting, please, but there was an error. Okay. Um, choose a random topic and we have 5 minutes to discuss. So we're gonna do that. But when you guys are typing that, I continue with my own discussions. Not my own. Okay, which one are you? Which one are you? The person who reads messages immediately or leaves them for 3 days? Uh, okay. Uh-huh. Depends on the message. Some messages are documented. Okay. No, it's maybe your loved one. Which one are you? The person who reads messages immediately or leaves them for 3 days. Okay. I think there are people who are just so obsessed with like acting like they are all of that. Acting like you're the prize. Okay. Honestly, I can't. To be really honest, I am that type of a person. Uh, Especially if I want to talk to you. I'm gonna reply right there. I don't have that like we are waiting until I don't know when. No, we are talking right now. It's like I can't. I'm that type of a person where like if I want to talk to you, you text me right now, I'm replying within seconds. Okay? Because most of the time I'm usually an arm's reach on to my phone. So I'm that type of a person. I'm answering my phone right there, I'm replying right there. Unless I don't wanna talk. Okay, so this whole thing of acting as if you're the prize, you have to act as if you're not interested. Fiona says, I leave messages for 3 days depending on the person. Okay, let's assume it's somebody that you love. And I know women, we do this so that the guy does not see that you're interested. Or, you're not, to show like you're not interested. Or, yeah. Oh, I'm not interested. If I have to act like I'm not interested to be with you, I think the best option is not to be with you. If I have to act like I'm not interested, I don't think it's the best option to be together. Eve says read immediately, replying could take days. Okay, but that's when you're not interested, right? Is it that you're too busy, or is it like you have to act as if you're the prize? Okay, I can, you know what? I am that type of a person where like that really ticks me off. If you're interested in somebody, why do you want to act like you're not interested? If it's someone I love, I reply immediately. Okay, but I see all of this advice on social media. Never show a guy that you're so much into him. If he texts, stop replying immediately. And I'm like, that advice does not work with me. If I'm interested, yes, I'm interested. If I'm not, I am not. Depends upon what they want. Let's say somebody you love, your partner. It's your partner. Are you replying immediately? Or are you acting as if you're not interested? Are you replying immediately, or are you acting as if you're not interested? That's weird though. If you like someone, why not show interest? It's actually a thing. It's actually a thing. Actually, it's something that is being preached. It's something that people talk about. You have to act like you're not interested. That's the trick. And then by acting like you're not interested, because men love to chase, according to these people, men love to chase. So you act you're not interested. That's when they're gonna get obsessed with you. They're gonna they're gonna get obsessed with you. So that's the thing. So the hope is like they get excessively obsessed with you by doing that. I just don't play those types of games. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested. If I am interested, I am interested. That's it. The principle don't chase. The principle don't chase. Yes. Yes. Okay. It is like, if a man stops chasing, he will lose interest. There's lots of people who advise others here, and it's just some things that are like, woo. Fiona says, if it's someone I'm not interested in, I take my time. I can reply even after a week. Okay, yeah. If I'm not interested, for example, if you're in a relationship, first of all, you shouldn't be getting messages from people. That's one thing, okay? But it's like, okay, maybe you should get messages, but not in inappropriate ones. But it's like, you're not in a relationship, you're interested. Why act as if you're not interested? That seems wrong. Men never do that. You want to tell me that you have never done that? If you both show interest, you'll come together, okay? If only one shows interest, the other is likely to bail. Yeah. So the trick is to make the other one suffer, or like they're the ones who want you. You might be interested, but you're like, you want them to feel like they're the ones who are interested in you, but you're not interested in them. God is in control says, read them immediately. I got nothing to hide. Okay, how about the whole thing of like acting like you're not interested? You don't do that. Would you do that with your wife? Actually, that would be that. Would you do that with your wife, like acting like you're the prize? She texts you, you're taking your time. If she agrees, okay, playing those 3-day games, got no time for that. Okay, it's either you're interested or you're not. If she agrees, very fast, run. Why? No, I just feel like women these days are grown-ups. Why do we have to keep playing those games so that you can feel like I'm a catch or something? Fiona says, there are some people, even you tell them you're not interested, they will still insist. Okay. Eve says, well, not me. If it's above relationships, lol, I've evolved. Okay. Oh, so you're not interested in any types of relationship. You just want to be by yourself. No, never did that. We just talked and talked. The chemistry was there. Okay. You couldn't even hang up the phone. Okay, that's the thing that's the thing that I think of when I think about that, is like, when you're interested with somebody, actually you can't, whenever you guys hang up, you just want to talk to them. Okay, what's the price? Those games are for kids. Waiting to text or call, playing hard to get. It's so stupid and it's mind games. Yeah, actually that's what it is. Playing hard to get. Yeah. And it's literally a thing. No, my thing is, if I'm interested, I'm interested. Okay, I think me being on the dating site some years back was that's what gave me that reality, let me tell you. Because on a dating site, and I even see it in dating site, people on dating sites acting as if they are not interested. You're on a dating site. We all know that you're looking for somebody. Either you're looking to hook up or you're looking for a relationship. So it's like, why are you on a dating site and you're like, oh, I never wanted to be in here. My cousin kind of like made this profile for me, and I'm like, why not go with it? It's like, the thing is, the truth is, you are on a dating site, you know. But says men today are not chasing women, keeping their peace. New culture, yeah, I think is pretty much surprising. Okay, and these days, the men of these days, they want to be wanted. You know, men back then, they used to want, they don't, when you know, there used to be this type of men where like, if a lady shows you that they're interested, you lose interest. So that was the problem, I think. Eh, okay. Mm-hmm. I don't chase nobody. She shows interest or she doesn't get this. Okay, but you're gonna show your interest, right? And if that chases them away by being human and wanting to talk, then it wasn't meant to be. Oh yeah. If somebody talking to you, if somebody showing that they're interested in you, that they want you, if that's a problem, then maybe it was not meant to be. Thank you. I think I met my group here. I met my tribe, people who think like me, because honestly, that's my exact thought. I'm so sick and tired of like acting like, oh, I'm not interested in this guy. No. Yes, it's true men, these don't chase. They want to be chased though. Some of them. First of all, another thing that I will not do is like, I'm not gonna be chasing a man, to be really honest. Is like, we are gonna reach a point, if you're not chasing, then the relationship is just gonna dry out or die. It's like, okay, I'm gonna show my equal effort in the relationship. I'm going to be, I'm gonna show the equal effort in the relationship. But it's like, no, you slow down, like you're starting to act as if you're not interested, maybe because you've already gotten what you're looking for or what you wanted or whatever that might be. No, the relationship is just gonna dry out. As far as I don't have a child with you, you can keep working, keep going. Baby mama culture has destroyed a lot. Wow. Do you all think so? Do you think baby mama culture has destroyed a lot? I don't know, because I am not one. Oh, but maybe by, okay. See, when I was in university, I was somebody who never wanted to be in a relationship. But during one of my hanging out, so this guy, he had a child, and for me, it's like, right now I do not date people with children. He's like, no, okay, but it's just like, he had I think he had a child, the child and the baby mama on his insurance, and they were separated for like an year. Okay, the thing is, Irene, okay, they were separated for an year. Why do you still have them on your, okay, the kid is understandable, but why do you still have this woman on your insurance? Okay, on your health insurance. Okay, yeah, that's what I said. Honestly, I will never. Okay, you aren't one yet. I'm not a baby mama yet. Oh, I'm never gonna become one. Lots of baby mama drama, and not saying there isn't good women here, but there are. But I like African culture. Okay, okay. So you don't have a baby mama. That's surprising. Actually, it's surprising the way these days men have taken control of their own bodies. Okay, the fact that some of you are like, you don't have any baby mamas around is surprising. Almost all men have a child somewhere, maybe one that they take care of or one that they do not. Okay, no, I'm not gonna be anybody's baby mama. Hey, nah. Now, I think it's even okay. Let me not say that. No, baby mama's here. Yeah. And even, I think also even baby daddy is the same thing. It's like these people hook up once in a while. Okay, they hook up once in a while, and then you're just there. So what is your purpose there? You're just there as somebody to, you can be used to make the other person to feel jealous. Oh no, I'm not about to play those games. It's like, no, if you have a child, just please stick out with that relationship right there. You're better off in that relationship than starting another one, I think. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about? Okay, we are still choosing random topics like yesterday. If you have something, let's see. But what do you guys think about the fact that these days people can even we can buy spams? We can just go. You just choose whichever one you want. Okay, I need to get the laptop. It's like holding the laptop is like, oh my god. Oh. Okay, let me sit up. Second. This laptop is so heavy. Fiona says, you know, Amboy, there are some men when they have just started a relationship with you, the communication is constant, even when they are busy. When 2 weeks elapse, they start becoming busy and workaholic. Okay, yes, it's like, yeah, you know, usually pay attention. These are boys. They are not men. I don't think they are men. These are people who like think after they sleep with you, or like after you guys become intimate, it's like they already got what they were looking for, so they are not trying to show interest anymore. But I think these are boys, when you meet real men, no, they will be interested even after 5 years. Okay, buses. How many kids? How many baby mamas? etc. Okay, do you get in relationship with baby mamas? So what's the best way to approach a woman from the perspective of a woman? Ooh, hey Fiona, you can have a good go on this one. What's the best way to approach a woman from the perspective of a woman? Okay, let me see. Let me pin this. Okay, best way to chase a woman from a perspective of a woman. For me, I think first of all, for me, is the consistency. Okay, it's like, no, you just need to be consistent. First of all, I think the consistency tells me, oh, this person is serious. Okay, I don't want you to be obsessed, but I want you to show. I kind of want you to be obsessed. Be obsessed. So showing at a particular type of obsession, consistency in communication, I think. And maybe saying that you're interested. I don't know, Fiona. I don't know how it's the best way, but I think for me, consistency and just speaking out like, oh, I'm interested, I think that's what works, in my opinion. Episodes, Annette. Okay, Annette Amuli, I watch. Each woman is different. That's a blanket question. Okay. Yeah, they are different, but yeah, I think I can answer for myself what can work in my situation. I think yeah, consistency for me, and no, being exactly the person that you say you are. Maybe gifts here and there, acts of yeah, I don't know what works for others, but like for me, the consistency and like, yeah, that works. I write down that a woman should have hatred. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay. To be really honest, right now, okay, but I know if you have money, you can get yourself surrogate. If you have to have children so much, you can have a surrogate. But for the women, I think it's pretty interesting because you can just go, you can buy yourself some swimmers, and that's it, done. Bye bye. Gifts interesting. The biggest gift wins. No, not the biggest gift wins. It's like, you know how to chase a lady, right? No, it could be as small as little things. I think little things. Okay, maybe a date night out. Maybe taking somebody places that they want to go to. Yeah, actually, that's the point. Being spoiled. Just like men, everyone is different, and for African women, they think it's romantic when the man cooks good food. Yes, that one. Yeah, that one. Oh, and also for me, I do not like, okay, it's not like I do not like, I am ashamed or I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed with physical touch. Not, okay, public display of affection, because right out here is condemned, is like condemned, like you get a room or something, okay? Public display of, I'm kind of like shy and stuff, but it's just like, it's just so hot. It's so hot, like this person is showing that they're interested, okay? They're not the random grabbing of your hands and stuff. Yeah, maybe public display of affection, even though I'm shy. And I think most Africans would be, because of how much is condemned growing up. So you never get, honestly, you never get to see your parents ever hugging, you never get to see them kissing, but there's 20 children right there. Fiona says consistency, care, and being spoiled. What is being spoiled? The gifting. I told you, Eves. Gifting, taking them someplace. Do you mean that you've never done that for a lady? You've never done that for a lady? No way. They're just spoiling her out of for no reason, buying random stuff. Public display can be called mzungu. Public display, yeah, it's a mzungu thing. Yeah, you guys kiss everywhere in public. Being spoiled is also gifting in simple terms. Yes, okay. God is because yes, PDA is no go in Africa. I know from experience. Tell us the story. Okay, have you ever done it and then like somebody's approached you and told you not to do it? I feel like I just get I get embarrassed, and like you're trying to hold my hand in public, like everybody knows. Okay, but I find like Western people is like it's normal. It's like nobody's staring at you because you guys are kissing. Nobody's staring at you because you're putting your hands like on her legs or something. But out here, yes, people are gonna be like, oh my god, no, get a room or something. That sounds like an investment. No, it's not an investment. Not like are you going to give them gifts for $2,000 or what? No, it could be $1. It could be something silly. It could even be cooking. Okay, you go out of your way, you buy some stuff, and then you cook. Okay, stop being difficult. Okay, Fiona says public display of affection does not work in Africa. We Africans believe it's something that needs privacy. But for me it works. Okay, I might be shy, but it's like it feels good when you're holding my hand. Taboos on African culture. Okay, yeah, but it's just like why are we sitting here acting like you guys are not sleeping with each other? Like the people will condemn you. Like for example, me personally, I've never seen my parents hug or kiss. It's just something that is never done, but there's a bunch of children. Okay. Do I get interest on investment? Do you want to? I don't know. You've never done that for a lady. The men in the chat, don't you guys spoil your women when you start dating or like something? You want to show her what you have to offer or something. I guess men want to do that. Holy Music says nice one. Okay, God is in control says well, random peck, kisses, lap sitting, holding hands, walking is common here, but over there, yeah. But I think it's not completely no. You can still do it if you're like you really have to, but it's like ooh. Fiona says it's not an investment. It can be a bangle or roses, just something simple. Yeah, I know you. I think you know what you're talking about. My winning smile. God is in control. It's on the man to make the moves fast to break the ice. Okay. Yes. Exactly. One boy said she takes her brother on first date. No, I didn't say that I take him, but I say I can bring him if I am feeling like unsafe. I can just come with him. I don't have, okay, yeah, I can bring it's not like I bring him, but it's like I can bring him. I can bring him, and let's say I can even decide that he's not gonna see you and he's just going to be hanging around. If you become a problem, you're gonna be dealt with. But anyway, I'm kidding. But basically, no, it's not like that. But yeah, if I bring my brother, it's like it's not a problem. Mambo poa sana, how are you? Artificial love. Women are actors. What actors? Okay. Eve says you'd accept a date for which you feel unsafe. Not unsafe. Okay. You never know. People these days present themselves to be something that they are not. An example is when you're watching a movie as a family, then boom, people start kissing. Everyone starts shying away or pretending to be busy, and some go away. Yeah, you go. Yeah, you go say. But the thing is, I think we are so. Africans, we are pretenders. We act like we don't do these things, and I feel like it's wrong not being able to, maybe it's condemned because you can make other people feel like they also want that. But basically you should be able to do that. At first, you're not touching somebody against their will. Okay. And guys, welcome to the live stream. My good name is Wamboy. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let me know what's the best way to approach a woman. That's the question. Versus it's with age, some levels it doesn't matter being affectionate in public. Okay, so you wouldn't be, so you will not be. I think see, when I said, right here we've been talking about some of the things that why for okay what foreign women are looking in Western men. Those are some of the things. The random touch, the public display of, because they're very good at that. They want that. That's why you talk to them first for a few weeks or go on dates in public places. Okay. Thank you. That's a nice suggestion. So do you wish more public displays of affection were more accepted? Yes. Yes, it's like, honestly, growing up, I think it's surprising that the other day I was watching a video and this kid knows how children are made, and he's like, oh yeah, and all of this stuff. But I assume it's because he's always seeing the parents kissing and stuff and being affectionate, the whole love thing. Okay, but it's like, why do we have to pretend? Uh-huh. Even riding on a boda together, we can be frowned upon, but we held hands in Uganda a few times, no issues. Okay, but okay, holding hands, I think holding hands is pretty, it's becoming normalized. But like, where you like, let's go in for a kiss, that can be a lot for people to think. Or like the random, maybe you're putting your hands on her thighs, haha, that can be you can be stared at. Okay, but those are some of the things that I find to be hot. It's like, it makes you feel, what is it called, wanted, even when it's not in a sexual way. Okay. Okay, you're still there. Choose a random topic if you have a question. Give us the time. What if she grabs my thighs? Oh, I don't think that would be considered bad. I don't think so. Yeah, it's mostly when you do it, maybe. When she just is like, it's just, I don't know. You guys tell me. Yeah, but I think If it's like, if it's just putting, see, if it's just putting your hand like this, then no problem. But if it's like you're you know business that need minimum capital, ooh, let's go with that one. But I think this will, there will be because okay, we can see business that needs minimum capital in your country, whatever place you're watching from. Oh, if you're always an extremist. What if she comes by that? Ah, oh my god, you're so funny. Capital in Kenya or in general? Oh, in general. I think he's asking in general. Let's do this. Business that needs minimum capital from where you're from. And we can maybe compare. Ooh, drop shipping in the US. Uh, Out here, I think it's street food. Did you see my comment? No, didn't see it. I saw the one for riding a boda boda. Did you use some words that were on the next one? Are you saying the ones for riding a boda boda? Okay. I like to see your those. Maybe rephrase or something. Oh, freelance writing. Okay. What are the requirements for freelance writing? Okay, I've seen actually pet care. Oh wow, yeah. We don't have that. Freelance writing is like sometimes you can get somebody in the US can get you these accounts and you can just do it. Dog walking. Okay. That's a Western thing. Here in Kenya, let's see. Selling street food, I think that requires minimal capital. What else? Being a mama mboga, mama mboga, you sell vegetables. Yeah, I think that requires minimal, but not so minimal. It depends on the size of your kibanda also. Being a shoe shining actually, shoe shining is you just need to show up. Your body is the tool. Shoe shining. What else? I said street food, shoe shining, mama mboga. What else? For the Kenyans, let me know. Whatever country you're from, in the US, there's an app to rent out my yard for dogs. Oh wow. Yeah, I usually say that you guys have lots of opportunity in the US. Buses, poultry, goat rearing. Oh yeah. But see, goat rearing right now, you need a lot of capital. For example, how much is a goat going for? Maybe you can find one for like let's say 8,000, and then digital marketing, farming. Okay, yes, farming, online tutoring. Wow, see, all of these, I think these are life-changing opportunities. I guess my comment isn't going through. Okay, he tried to replace the major words, and I know it's annoying. It always happens. I know maybe the comment that you're sending YouTube is kind of like censoring a word or something. You could tutor men or boy. Honestly, guys, I was about to show you all like the analytics of the channel. 75% is men. Only, I think we only have like 15% women, and the other ones who prefer not to say. But 75%, but it's like I rarely attract women on this channel. Yes, I could tutor men. They would listen. I think they would listen. Photography. Ooh. But photography, you need a camera. You need a good camera. High quality camera. Oh, photography. Okay. Right now, another one that maybe you can do. How many of those men are in Africa? How many of those men are in Africa? I think maybe 10%. Dietary. Ooh, yeah. Crocheting. This thing that this scarf that I'm wearing, my mother crocheted this. So she only needs some threads and that's it. She can just crochet. Really, I'd think more. Okay. Yeah, no, it's like when you look even at my chart, there tend to be many foreign, or it's like maybe some African men will show up and then they will maybe I'm not talking about things that they're interested in, they'll just leave. Going, my sister. Okay, see, how is it going, my sister? Oh, it's going good. House painting, landscaping. Okay. Oh, stop. Okay. God is in control. You're still typing. Software development. Ooh, I think that needs serious money. Can you just develop software without requiring money? If this YouTube ever works out, this will be maybe one thing that you can start with minimal capital, because honestly, but I think it have spent, because of course you have to consider the internet. But see, even if I was not doing YouTube, I will still be having internet. Okay, God is in control says, yeah, I'm using normal words, don't know why. Okay, I was gonna say, just say it out loud. I thought I could hear you, but okay, sometimes I okay. Oh, sometimes you give her a slap to the oh, that, see, that's why your comment is being censored. Okay, how many men in here right now are in Africa? I don't know how many. Let them say. Okay, a slap to the rear. She likes it, but not in public. Oh, okay. If you do that, like out here in public, yeah, people will be like, that's not, it's gross. He's like, just get a room. Yeah, I think that's why your comment was being censored. YouTube is African. Okay. Content creator. Okay. But content creator, honestly, I think they use more money than you guys see. For example, those who post on TikTok, is like some of these things can require more time. Okay. Just like randomly. Okay. So it allowed you to send out the message. That was the whole message. Okay. Wow. Hey, YouTube. Is it under 18 or what? Okay. Would you do that in Uganda, for example, or is that, for example, in the US? Okay. Business that need minimum capital, just innocent playing around together. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I think people out here just like to overread. Perhaps I should do that. Do what? Start tutoring men. What are you talking about? Okay, we are still on. Choose a random topic and we have 5 minutes to discuss. Thank you for the likes, guys. Okay, okay, I'm looking which one. Okay. Okay, if you're African here, let me know. Do you like public display of affection, or is it too much for you? Is it too much? Because honestly, but I think the generation, my parents' generation are the problem, because they never got to show that, so it's like they project. Okay, like for example, I have never seen, which country would you never visit? Ooh, okay, let's spin this. Which country would you never visit? I don't know, let me hear from these people. Which country would you never visit? Wow. Which country would I never visit? Okay, let me hear from you guys. Russia is iffy right now. So Russia, any country run by Islam. Ooh, wow. Okay, when you're flying to Uganda, you don't use their air. You don't pass by Middle East. You don't pass by Qatar. You don't go through Dubai. You don't go through all of these places. Or do you prefer maybe to pass through Germany and then Egypt or Ethiopia and then to Uganda? Okay, because it's like, yes, we usually say we can't go to places, but we are using their air spaces. Which country would you never visit? Which country would you never visit? Nope, we fly KLM Dutch Airlines. We land in Amsterdam, then from there Entebbe. Oh, Amsterdam and then Entebbe. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, I know. Actually, now, if including you guys, I know like 3 or 4 people who will not fly through Middle East. Wow. Why? It's like, I know, but it's like for the 1 hour that you're gonna be laying over, it's nothing. There's nowhere I probably wouldn't go. It's where they would allow me in. Okay. I don't know if there's somewhere that I would never go, because honestly, even with the Islamic countries, I think I would go. 24 hours of flying. Okay. 24 hours of flying, yes, but layover, how about how long are you usually waiting for the next flight? Let's say from Amsterdam. I don't mind it, it's just so long. Okay. So long. Why not? You're just visiting. Including layover in Amsterdam. Go check it out. Learn something. Yeah, personally is like, I can go even to Islam countries. It's like, as far as it's not killing you, you just gotta respect their culture. Okay, maybe when you're over there, dress more decent or whatever. Yeah, I would go there. Maybe not to live, but maybe to see their way of life. I would literally go there. 10 hours, then 10 hours. Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot of Islam in Africa. Yes. Yes. For example, here in Kenya, we have a whole region. For example, if you want to come to Kenya and go to like Mombasa, coastal region, all of them, they are Muslims. Even countries like Nigeria. Okay, I don't know about Nigeria, but I know in Kenya there's lots of Muslims. Tanzania, they have almost a majority Muslim population. Countries that are deep racist, etc., deep in Eastern Europe. Oh wow, I didn't know Eastern Europe they are racist. I think maybe because there's this guy that I've known through the channel, his name is Sadar. And the things that how he talks about, maybe he's just a good person by himself. God is in control. Yeah, but East Africa is stable and primarily Christian. Uganda maybe Uganda might be primarily Christian, but Tanzania is majority Islam, and then Kenya there's like 30% Islam, 70%. Okay, let me not spread misinformation. Let me check. What religions are popular in East Africa? Huh. Why is this thing? They cannot give you a direct answer. Is wow, I didn't know that. Tanzania is a Christian majority nation with Islam being the largest minority faith in the country. According to a 2020 estimate, Muslims represent 34.1% of the. Oh my god, this comes by surprise because almost everybody that I know from Tanzania is Islam. This is so surprising. So surprising. How about Uganda? Uganda would expect 90%. Ooh, yeah, wow. There are 80% Christians in Uganda. Okay, in Kenya, I would expect like 30% Islam. Islam is in Uganda is the second largest religion in the country, behind Christianity. Islam is practiced by around 14% of the population. 14%. Okay, how about Kenya? Kenya, 11%. 11% of the population is Islam. So that's a huge number. Uh, no, Tanzania is 50-50. Okay, it's like but maybe the Christians in Tanzania are silent. You never hear about it. Uh, my wife's mom lived Idi Amin's dictatorship. Wow. Okay, she told you stories about that. How was it? Uh, Efa, hi. Alexis is watching. Hey, watching from Uganda. Good to see you. God is in Kudusis. Yep, Kenya too. Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi. Okay, primarily Christian. Okay, actually, I didn't know. I thought Tanzania, because honestly, all the people that I know from Tanzania are almost all of them Muslims. Versus, I know TZ Tanganyika is Christian, Zanzibar is Muslim, and coastal. Oh, maybe that's why the people that I know, they are coastal. Okay, even here in Kenya, most places are Christian, but coastal places are Islam. Like I said, East Africa. Okay, you're being annoying. Okay, that's interesting, but I don't think, for me, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I think for me, as far as you treat humans as humans, Okay, what are some of the things you think should come with a warning label? Sada says, I would never visit the US. I have given up on my American dream. Why have you given up on your American dream? Oh my god. Why have you given up on your American dream? Were you so like you really want to move to the US, and why have you given up on that? God is in control, just saying, okay, kidding. A hammer. Oh, it should come with a warning label. Women, oh my god, that's brutal. What are some of the things you think should come with a warning label? Eve says women. Women should come with a warning label. Okay, what should the label say? I think men. Men should come with a because okay, but I think I'm just saying because you said women. I think men should come with a warning label also. To be really honest. Ooh, dangerous. Shake before use. Visiting California, where we saw human waste all over the streets of San Francisco and LA. Okay. Oh my god. Ah. Oh my god. Is that even real? That sounds like something you would see somewhere else. I got disappointed. I had a romanticized view of USA, but when I saw how the things are going there, unfortunately disappointed me, and I guess I'm not sure if I wanna go there anymore. Okay, honestly, me too. There was a time that I really wanted to go. Okay, first of all, I really wanted to go to the UK. I want to go to the UK. I wanted to go to London actually, and then over time that changed, and then I just started wanting to go to the US. But I think with time also, with time I've just been letting go. I'm like, I just don't have to. Yeah, I think I had romanticized the opportunities that are there and all of that. And I'm not saying that they're not there, but I'm just saying it kind of prevents you from enjoying the life that you're already living in your own country. God is in control says, yes, it's very real. Drug addicted, homeless tweakers everywhere. Wow. Okay. Okay. If you if you don't like that and that's the US, how do you survive in Uganda? Because I am assuming there's lots of maybe that. What are some of the things you think should come with a warning label? Yeah, I think Eve says women, but I say men. Men should come written. Ooh, dangerous. Shake before use. Explode sometimes. So that's it. I mean, there are other countries as well to visit, but no matter where you go, everywhere where are problems. Okay, maybe it's about time we shift our focus, especially for us who come from maybe countries that we feel there's no opportunities. It's like, how can you create the opportunity for yourself? Okay, we are not yet there. Like, for example, for me, I'm trying to create opportunities for myself however I can, but it's like just the question of what can you do other than just sit here and want something that maybe will never happen for you. It's true. Okay, but at your age you can still travel, but later it becomes impossible. I know. uh and nobody has any interest in figuring out how to solve it. Yeah. Wow. Oh, the whole thing about LA is true. Wow. What are some of the things you think should come with a warning label? Uh, they just want to argue about it. Okay. Oh my. They better get to work. Uganda was nice, no problem, but that state, each state is different. Okay, each state is different. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's the part that gets me sometimes. Is like, everybody wants to talk about, oh, there's lots of trash in Nairobi, there's lots of human waste everywhere, but we are not gonna talk about this human waste that you are talking about in LA. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about how it's so dirty out there, it's so noisy. But I'm not even saying that it doesn't happen. It happens. Especially like for me, I find Nairobi disgusting, to be really honest. There's specific places that are really nice, but if you're going to live like the regular people, yes, you're gonna be living near trash, next to a church that they are just hollering at night, holler, praying in, they hold seminars and crusades every other night, so yeah. Sarah says, yeah, I mean, other countries offer opportunities too, like in the European Union, but even their stability might disappear. We never know what can happen. Yeah, and I feel it's a waste of time to spend the rest of your life. It's a waste of time to spend the rest of your life trying to move someplace. I realized, actually, honestly, I realized I was wasting a lot of time thinking about, okay, I'm gonna be moving to this place very soon. So, and years pass by. Maybe you'll never get to move there, but that's it. Relocating back is becoming hectic. I've been abroad long time. Which country? Germany? Because I think you like typing with um, why is it hectic? Is it that, like, now that you already have opportunity, you're like, oh my god, what if I move back and life becomes harder? Each state has their own political stance, taxes, flag, culture. The USA is very beautiful. Most states are great, but New York and California are the worst. Maybe because of the population, the number of people. I was stationed in Alabama and it's very poor. High crime. Mississippi has some of the highest gun crime. Yeah, I'm trying to think this place where I just saw living. This place in Philadelphia. Does anybody know a place with a lot of they do a lot of drugs that they look like zombies or Walking Dead in Philadelphia? Anyone who knows? I don't know the place. I can pull up the video. I don't know the place. I'm trying to remember, but I know it's in Philadelphia. I watched a video of that and I was like, holy crap. My sister lives in Alaska and they have problems with homelessness and drugs up there. Lots of street violence. That's fantastic. Oh, is it Kensington? Yeah, the pronunciation. Kensington Street in Philly. Yes, that's what I watched, and I was just the whole time was like, yeah, in Philly. It's like, honestly, you feel you're even like the person who is recording, they're in danger. Okay, and the only people who are sober are the ones who are um giving out the drugs or selling the drugs. Everybody else, they're either laying down on the side of the street. They're just almost, yeah, they're just out. First ever body, their kins are evil. Second, Africa is unsafe and professional advice don't come. So first ever body, their kins are evil. Oh, you mean when it comes to going back to your country or to Kenya? Second, Africa is unsafe and professional advice don't come. So okay. So would you ever move back? Fentanyl is a huge problem, turns people into zombies. Okay? Oh my god. I was watching and I was like, whoa. How do you become like that? How do you see yourself disappear just like that? You don't recognize yourself. You don't even wake up. It's like you're always sleeping. God. Yeah, people have real problems out here, guys. Yeah. Kensington. Is it Kensington? Kensington. Yeah, I watched a video and I was just, my mouth was just like, woo. I was just, how are they surviving? How do you get yourself over there? How do you, okay, do you not see yourself disappearing? Like when you start taking something, you can see yourself change. You can see your mannerism, your body. It's like, but honestly, you can't judge. Maybe it's life situations and stuff. I think maybe it's life situations is what makes people to end up that way. Maybe, but woo. whatever that is dangerous. Okay, good talking business. Okay, okay, see you. Uh-huh. But says some guys are giving horror stories online of their experience trying to relocate, escaped a lot by hiding from hitman. Wow, because you just came from abroad. Okay. Wow. Not to mention families having expectations. And if you've not built a life for yourself back home, then I think um, that can be a lot like, whoa, where are you gonna start? Okay. What are some of the things that you think should come with a warning label? Oh, and we are supposed to be winding up. Actually, it's 12:35. Okay, okay. Uh-huh. So moving back to Africa. So that's like almost impossible. Honestly, I don't know if I ever visit. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm scared to move some place, because I'm like, what if I move somewhere and I like it better than it's out here, and then I never want to come back. Okay, I used to. There's a time that I used to be like, if I move back, or I move out of this place, I'll never be back. But I think my mind have changed from since. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Children should come with a warning label, may induce bankruptcy. Okay, let me know something. Let me know something. Okay, don't you feel as you get older, people have told me that like if you don't want children, like the way I do not want children, that as you get older you will start regretting that decision of not wanting children. Is that a thing? Being here, I engage, I am at home alone, I have fun. Okay, so you would not want to have it any other way. Okay, so if I'm asking, as you get older, do you wish you had children? Does it and okay, maybe that's so much personal, but like, do you feel like it would have been better if you had children in any way? Because people say that you regret at your old age. Oh, you will regret at your old age. Do you feel any ounce of regret? Okay, let's. But I think if you become broke, if you're broke, you'll be like, if I had some children, they will help me. I don't know. I continue to practice, so that keeps me motivated. Okay, and maybe even having your own finances. But do you ever like? Okay, so you've never been like, oh my god, my friends have children. You've never been like that. Is it always been a thing that this is what you want? Men can be alone, but it is only mindset. Okay, it's only a mindset. Mm-hmm. Wow. How many years have you been in the country that you're in? And we are winding up. Okay, I think we are winding down. Yeah, winding down, winding up. I've always said winding up. It just feels off to say winding down. La, la, la. 24. 24. Wow. That's a long time. That's a long time. Yeah. At this point, that's where you're supposed to be at. Okay. Did you become a citizen of the country that you're in? Wow, 24 is a long time. Eh, long time. Yeah, I think the new place is already your identity. That's who you are. And we are winding down, winding down. But most of us, we here. Okay, okay. So the thing is, guys, keep streaming the videos after. That really helps out. Okay. I don't know. I'm assuming Eves is typing or something. So I'm gonna wait it out for a little bit. We are winding down. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. For those of you who just saw me for the first time, subscribe, like, uh, and all of that. So tomorrow, of course, tomorrow is on Friday. You need to buy a mic. You need to buy a mic. Why? For your videos. Oh, the lives. I have a mic, but for the live stream, it just sounds so like it just sounds like off. What type of mic would you recommend? Okay. Okay, it's like I can invest better audio even with the live stream. Okay, I can invest on the show, but like most probably I'll want to do that after maybe for your content videos. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that would be a nice one. Or maybe get myself a better camera or something. Yeah. Yeah, that will come no, not for the live stream. Yeah, I don't think the live stream needs a mic. Yeah, for your videos. Okay. Okay, I will. Uh but eventually, I think eventually the thing is right now is like I'm just trying have your fiance send you a microphone or what? But says have uh hundreds of books would like to bring knowledge to Africa. Oh, hundreds of books. For example, which one? Okay, it's like no, it's like this. My whole content thing. This is my little thing, and of course he does support, and like actually most of the tools, the small tools that I have, he got them for me. So it's just like it's just like when you're not, and I know maybe it's an investment, but it's like when you're not already earning from it, is like you're like you just want to use um you want to keep it as cheap as possible. But I see your point. Kanatam says would like to bring my seed to Africa. But you said you're African. You said you're North African? Or Mauritiana is not Africa. Okay. We are winding up, guys. Winding down. Winding down. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow at 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. Kenyan time. So yeah, African, I'm just joking. Okay. Okay. Game over, game over, game over. Okay. Are you typing Eves? Okay, I think you're done. Okay. So I'm gonna see you all tomorrow. Same time. Keep playing the videos and leave a comment. Let me know. Comment on those videos. Let me know what I can improve. Yep. So hopefully no one is typing. I don't like it when like I just ended the live stream and I see. Okay, thank you. So you guys have yourself a good day and a good night. Bye bye.